Hi everyone, I am Dipankar Das from Ksctl team and today I will be presenting you the demo for Ksctl. Basically, the Ksctl is a cloud agnostic Kubernetes management tool whose aim is to simplify the Kubernetes management ecosystem. So here you can see a lot of details, what we are aim for and what all things we do. So we have a CLI repository, the ksctl core repository which contains all the logic. There is a docs repo for the documentation website as well. So yeah, let's get right into it. So before we jump to the demo section, I will just brief you where what all web websites we have. So this is our home page. Then this is our documentation site on under docs.ksctl.com. Let's start using the getting started guide. So here we can see a getting started guide. As I am in Linux, I will be copying this command, pasting it, and install. It will ask me a password. Yes. So now what we can do is ksctl version, and we can see ksctl 1.2.3. So let's look into some documentations which we have for now, I will show you what are cloud providers we are currently supporting, then the bootstraps we support for the highly available self-hosted ones. So the first one is Amazon Web Services. So we have the self-managed HA cluster support with K3s and Kubedium, and currently this managed EKS support is under progress. Next up is Azure. For this cloud provider, we have complete support from HA self-managed to managed offerings. In managed offering, it's AKS. For SIBO, we have both of them, so just similar to Azure. And for local clusters, we are using kind clusters. And finally, this Google Cloud Platform. This is under progress, and we are happy to see more folks join and help us in this support. So the next one is about bootstraps. So for this bootstrap, let me search it. Yeah. So for Kubernetes distributions for self-managed HA clusters, we have K3s and Kubedium support. So let's use one of the cloud provider. So what we can do is Ksctl. Let's see Ksctl. So we have a lot of options from creating cluster, um, providing the credentials, deleting cluster, getting what all clusters which we have already created, like the ls command, then info cluster, which gives you detailed infrastructure of bootstrap information of the cluster which it has created, and there is a switch cluster as well. Azure. So for Azure, we would need a credentials. So what we can do is ksctl cred, and it will ask me the Azure credentials. So let me write the secret keys, and we'll be back in a few seconds. So I have added the credentials, and let's create a AKS cluster for now. So what we can do is we can do ksctl. Let me clear the screen before that. Yes, ksctl create, and let's see help to get a better understanding what all things we can do. So for now, we can see Azure, SIBO, and all this stuff. We will go for Azure. So we can say HA create Azure, and you can see more help for that. So we can see a very helpful example here and all the flags we can provide. So let's give it create Azure. Let's provide a name as demo Ksctl. Region could be East US. Here this storage provider means like we can select a locally hosted storage like a file based storage, or we can also choose MongoDB for external storage. And we also provide a Kubernetes based storage as well. So for now we can just leave it blank and it will choose the store local. Then we have given name and region. Let's give number of managed nodes. Let's choose 3 as of now, and also give a CNI, which we can do a Cilium. So it will ask us, like it will give us the input, what all inputs we are giving to the Ksctl. Like we will do this one, region is correct, yeah. We are not opting for HA for now. Storage will be this. The node type is this, number of this, yeah, and the CNI Cilium. So we will wait for before these resources are created. So we are back, and now we can see the cluster is created, this one, and now it is installing Cilium as a CNI plugin. So we'll wait for it to spin up, yeah. So it has started to add Cilium. So here you can see the CNI Cilium is installed with the version which we have installed and all the stuff. So now it is adding some Ksctl specific toolings, like it will be installing the agent, then it will import the state from the internal like the host system to inside the Kubernetes cluster so that we can operate on more functionalities like using the application controller to install apps. And yeah, it's done. So what we can do next is Ksctl get, and we can see the cluster is ready, and we can see what are clusters which we have created. So let's try the new command, which is now added. So it will be Azure, name is demo, region is US, and here we can see all the detail of the cluster, like the cloud provider. There is no SSH keys or all those stuff. The resource group which is been created, managed cluster name, then the node size, then the version which we have installed. By default is 1.27, but we can also choose to specify a new one, the Ksctl application, and the Cilium CNI. And also what we can do is we can access the cluster with the switch command, and here are a lot of examples present there. We can do again a Ksctl get and to get the informations, and Azure, it is demo Ksctl, region is East US. So we got the kube config. What we can do, set the environment variable, and let's go to K9s. And here we can see the Ksctl specific components are present here, and all the things like the node, there are 3 nodes. So yeah, so next up I will be talking on HA clusters. So let's create a HA cluster. Um, and for now, we will use AWS Cloud Provider. So what we can do is we have to use we have to add the credentials here. So I will be back in a few seconds. So I'm back. So we have added the AWS access keys and secret key. So now what we can do is let's hop into the help again. Help, and now a plethora of functionalities like choosing between node size, number of nodes, region, storage provider, CNI, bootstrap, and all those nice things. So let's choose the default one as of now, and also let's choose a nearest thing. Like for here, I will choose. Let's go for CubeADM for now, and also let's put a nearer one for me. Sap South one, and I can choose a demo Ksctl. It looks good. We also confirm what version we are going to install. There's nothing like this. We will install these things. Yes, so it looks good. Let's install it. So it's normal stuff. It is creating VPCs, network gateway, ACL rules, route tables, then security group and virtual machines. So it will wait for the virtual machines to be ready, and once they are ready, we will start the bootstrap for CubeADM. Until that, we have to wait a few minutes. So here you can see our database names which it is going to create. So for now, what we are doing is the stack is like, so we provided 3 control plane nodes, so it will create 3 control plane nodes from 0 to 1 and 2. Then I have also added worker plane number as 1, so it will create 1 worker plane. So same goes for 3 database nodes for HCD planes, and also finally we also add a load balancer which hosts the HA proxy. So now we can see few nodes, few VMs are ready. Now few more, and yeah, the infra is ready. So now we will start with the bootstrapping process. So it started bootstrapping. So first off, it will do parallel operations to add the etcd nodes and the load balancers before we jump to the control plane nodes and the worker plane nodes bootstrapping. So it's transferring the certificates generated, storing the state file, transferring to the etcd nodes, and creating those. So you can see here data store is done, 1 and 2 also, as well as the load balancer is also configured. So next it will configure the control plane nodes. So first it will create a control plane node 0, which is the first control plane, and it will add and then it will use those bootstrapping tokens and all those, and for joining other nodes. So we will wait for it to be completed. So we are back again. So we can see the control plane 1 and 2 are also added. Then the worker plane node is also added. And now once it's all done, we will jump to installing Ksctl components again. So it has by default installed the Flannel CNI, as CubeADM doesn't has a CNI pre-installed. So this Flannel is installed, and then once all these are installed, we are started to install agents and all those Ksctl specific components. and it's done. So what we can do is let's do Ksctl get, and we can see this is there present. So what we can do is we can do info, the same command as before, just replacing the values. Let's change to AWS. Sorry, it is AWS. So here we can see all the data like the network ID, the VPC ID, the SSH key name, VM ID for all the VMs which we have created in a list, the size as well, firewall name, ID, subnet, public IP, private IP, now and plethora of information, version of the thing. So what we can do next is let's try to access the cluster. We can do AWS, name is demo Ksctl, region is up south 1. It is already set the environment variable. Let's do K9s. Switch to all. Yes, now we can see all the pods present. Let's do nodes, and we can see the same configuration. As it's done, yeah, we will see you in the next section. So as we have seen in the previous demo, how to create the HA cluster, now I will see one of the cool Ksctl application controller stuff. What we can do is we can define a new, like create a new YAML file containing the stack. Let's stop the SP for now. We can see we have a specified application.ksctl.com and contains a kind as stack. We will create a few components. These are all applications and with this particular version. So with this version, you can specify, let's say you are in 55 as of now here, and you can also upgrade to latest or even also downscale to older version as well. So we will show you the upgrade process here. So let's do is appliance F, deploy it. So once it's done, we will wait and ns, so we can see once the things are ready. Also we can, so you can see the cube Prometheus stack is being installed and it is now waiting for it to be ready. So what we can do is let's go head over to the namespace monitoring, and here we can see the things are getting created. So let's wait for it and let's try to access Grafana. So yes, so it's almost there. So what we can do is let's head over to SVC and it should be this one. Yeah, let's see Prometheus first. It was 1990. Yes, it is available. And let's also try Grafana. Oh, there is admin from operator. Yes, so it is the same password. So you can see some dashboards which is pre-installed. So yeah, it is there. So the data will take a few more minutes to get up. But yeah, we can see some initial monitoring things. Utilizations. node exporter node. You see node specific ones, the data source, okay, default. So we can see disk and all those good stuff. So yeah, and then what we can do is let's stop this and change the deployment. Let's change it to latest and apply it. So let's wait for it to come up. Let's do KNS namespace. Let's see the logs. Yes, it is creating. So now we can see the namespace monitoring with the new version to the latest. We'll wait for a few minutes. So by the time it comes up, what I can show you is some more docs on how to use it. So Argo CD and all the application we are supporting currently. So here you can see the rollouts, Argo rollouts, Istio, Flannel, Cube, Prometheus as of now. So for the distribution, we have, I have already shown you K3s and CubeADM. Yeah, these both of them. Also, how we have planned the architecture, it's also available here, a design documentation for this. Also, how to use, how to get started with our community. You can also check out this comprehensive documentation. For references, we have command line references like how to use the CLI. So what we can do is jump over to this documentation and let's select Ksctl CRD. Sorry, not CRD, it's credentials. So we can see how to use it and all the functionalities. Also, the concepts are there, like how we are creating this controllers, the cloud controller and distribution controller, the core manager for handling what is the particular role and all those stuff. Currently, we have me as a maintainer and Praful as also a maintainer, with Sayam as a core maintainer as well. And for the roadmap, we are at the verge of almost like we are currently adding support for AWS management, which Praful is taking for the EKS. And also next up, we are also planning for Google Cloud platform as well. So if anyone is interested, they can join us, and we are happy to add new folks. So yeah, so if we go back to this demo, we can see it's all running. It all works nice. Let's confirm it by going to this board again and plus 3000, and it should be ready. Yeah. So next, so yeah, we can see, yeah, thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Bye. So yeah, let's see what all things we are currently working on and what are new features we are planning to give for Ksctl. So one of them is event-driven architecture. Like if, for instance, now we have seen this application installation, rollback, and all. So we are adding that support. So if we, let's see, let's open this image. So we can see application, Ksctl application. Also, we are going to add the load balancer so that the load balancer functionality also works. So load balancer, we will be using um, a controller which will provision all those um, infrastructure layer. For instance, for AWS, it will be the ELB load elastic load balancer, and for other providers, it will also add those. We are also working on enabling cluster autoscaler for HA clusters. So, and yeah, and few more. For example, RBAC controllers. We are thinking of like providing a good solution for role-based access control. Um, and yeah, this is the one of the feature we are working on. So next are some other interesting works, like if I can show one, just to Ksctl CLI, we have, or not CLI, it is code. So it is code's pull request, which we are working on, is a roadmap for 3.0, where we will be providing some amazing functionality like um, ability to have any existing cluster and add it to the Ksctl management. Then we have discussed this, we are also going to provide first class WASM support, going to add HCD snapshots. Um, this is there, GCP support as well, some, and yeah, and also some sustainability applications and tighter integration, so that we can also make this management environmentally sustainable as well. And yeah, so these are the issues which we are currently working on, and let us know what all features you want, and we are happy to discuss. So thank you all. So we are done with the demo. Bye. Also, we have a nice Discord server where you can hang out, and we will have a lot of discussions, like from the Go language perspective to some of the nice features which we are going to bring. And yeah, just forgot to mention this before. Yeah, but this is the Discord server which we have. So yeah, bye.